his book. Where's the book?
10 Deadly Weapons of a Heart Warrior.
There it is.
So it's two.
Heart Warrior is his brand, and so he had heart issues, and he could tell the story, and you can see the hearts on the shirt, and I think didn't you have a hat for it too?
Yeah, I did.
The heart?
Yeah. So I decided the guy you met, Will, that was Whitman Wilson, he's helping rebrand it, relaunch it. Like this whole week, I've been like relaunching everything. He's amazing what he does, and we did the whole logo here. We found that one word. I read your book twice. Almost, and I finally got in. Built to serve. Mrs. Coronavirus want to push everything back, and then finally got here. So I can't wait to dive into that. I literally just got it on Saturday, so I can't wait to dive into that.
So Chris messaged me. He DM'd me on Instagram, and he said, "Hey, I got my book coming up." And I said, "Dude, yes, amazing. Let's do an IG live together."
Yes, and I was stoked.
and so like that was last week, and so here we are. So for Believe Nation, haven't met Chris before. What's the quick story and tell us about the book?
So my background story, so I won't spend too much time on that because you can read a little bit in the book. Two heart transplant survivor and stroke survivor. So I've been self-quarantined for the past almost 6 years, almost dealing with my health issues and stuff. So the book is about how to really deal with pain. It's basically 10 steps that I learned through my 240 days at the hospital that I was in. I was in the hospital for 240 days straight with my second heart transplant in 2016. And so the book breaks down 10 steps that I learned how to get through those days, how I took that pain and embraced it, grew from it. And so that's why I wanted to get out there in the world and made this jump. I finally made this jump out that one word, made this jump probably about a month or so ago. And I've been sitting on the book for about 3 months. I was waking up doing a 9 to 5 still, worrying about money. It was something just kicked into me. That's when I started reading the book again, one word, and I made that jump and released the book. So I'm here now. I'm satisfied. I was worried about the timing because the whole thing with everybody being laid off from work and stuff like that, and it was just the right time. Yes, it was. It was something inside me said, "Chris, do it," and I did it. And so I'm here now. I'm happy. I'm hungry to get the word out there, to get my brand out there now, and I found that purpose.
Cool, man. So what are some of the steps? Like, take me through if somebody's going through pain, because it's not just for somebody who's gone through heart surgery or stroke, right? Like this is any pain. So
correct.
Somebody's going through pain right now, and listen, a lot of people are going through pain right now with everything that's happening. So somebody's going through pain. What's one of the steps out of the 10 that they need to hear?
So the first one, I'll give you the first one is I don't call them chapter, I call them weapons. So you got weapons. So the first weapon is embracing it. Everybody's gonna go through something in life. It's gonna happen one way or the other. You won't get hit in the mouth one point in time. I don't care if you was born with a spoon in your mouth or whatever. At some point in time, you won't go through some type of pain in life. And the first step is for me was to embrace it. Pain equals growth. Just like when in the gym, I'm a fitness trainer too. So I tell my clients, you got to go through some type of pain to grow. And so that's one thing. The first weapon is about embracing it, taking that pain and learning something from it. There's some type of lesson in there that you can learn from it, either mentally, physically, but it's going to be something in there that you can learn. So the first weapon is embracing it.
I love it.
And just growing from that.
I see underdog.books here in the chat. He's got an awesome IG channel that reviews books. He's doing Built to Serve right now. But Underdog Books, you gotta wait for it. Chris is gonna send you a DM. You gotta read this book.
Yes.
So go look. What's your IG, Chris? Heart
Warrior _CW.
Heart Warrior _CW.
Yep.
Send underdog.books and a signed copy.
I will.
Yeah,
I will. I'm sending you one too, so I need to get your address.
I'm going to hold mine up with pride and take a picture with it. But Underdog Books does reviews of books, all about being the underdog, which is like this is a perfect fit for what his account's about. So talking about embracing the pain, because a lot of people I love that as a step, dude. I love that.
Yeah.
Like when I broke my neck, that was, it's like, okay, how do everybody's telling me go home. Like, I want to see how far I can take this. Like, this is my chance to show myself what I'm made of. Let's go.
Yeah.
And even though the Kansas City, like, it's so cool that you were there. Like, there was only, I don't know, like 30 people in that room or something.
Yeah, it was about 30. It was about 30.
And so like, you were one of the 30 people of my first speech after, and still having the concussion.
Yeah.
So it's a, special moment. For people who are struggling to understand that, because people want to play the card of, complaining and like, why did this happen to me? As opposed to embracing it seems like a weird idea. So how do you tell that person who's struggling right now, hey, embrace this?
So you're human. So of course you don't have those questions. It's gonna come to a point where you don't ask yourself, why is this happening to me? And that's not an answer that I don't think you really are fine until later on down the line. I'll give you an example. So
wait, say that again because it rhymes. Say that again. Do you remember what you said? It's like, wait a minute, that had some rhythm to it. You don't realize that you're fine until later on down the line?
On the line, yeah.
Damn,
you're not going to remember.
Wait, did you just make that up or is that?
I just made that up.
All right.
I'm trying to do natural.
For the book,
you said you want to go natural. So
I love it, man.
I'm not going to do no notes and nothing. So I'm going to go natural. But so give you a prime example. So after my first transplant in 2012, I took a job in Texas. I moved the family down there in Texas. And I was working a 9 to 5. I was the area manager for T-Mobile. And I was down there by myself. My family wasn't down there yet. And I sat in the living room and I said, I need to make a bigger impact on my life. I didn't go through what I went through for my first transplant just to do this 9 to 5 where I'm just doing it just to have a paycheck coming in. 2 weeks later, my heart started rejecting. It wasn't my fault. It was medicine was sent to me wrong. My heart started rejecting. So instantly I started saying, why is this happening to me again? Why am I going through this? Why am I taking my family through this again? So it came to when I was in the hospital and I had to learn that I asked for this. I asked for it. I asked for it to make a bigger impact on my life. And so what did he do? He brought me back through it. He put me back in the hospital for 8 months straight. I had 8 opportunities to get a heart, but my heart the antibodies just kept failing. But I woke up every morning at 8:30 and act like that was just my apartment in the hospital. I was learning how to embrace it. I had to move in an exercise bike. I started preparing my body for the outcome. I ordered bands to work out. So I knew what the recovery was going to be like. But I asked for that. I asked to be taken back through that. That's why I had to learn how to embrace it. And so I'm here now. So, yes, I do a lot of work with American Heart Association. I'm kind of like their poster boy, which I love. But this is my passion. This is my purpose, to share my journey. I'm an open book. I'm a tour guide. I'm not going to be a travel agent and tell you about something. I'm going to be a tour guide and show you how to get through. I'm going to ride along this way with you. And that's what I truly believe about embracing that pain. It's a reason why we go through things. And we're not going to find an answer right away. It's going to be a minute before you find an answer.
So how long did it take you? So you realized, okay, your heart's not working. The new heart's not working. Like, oh my God, I got to go through this again. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to go from the complaining, negative, why me, to, okay, this is life, let's go? Is it weeks? Is it days? Is it hours? Like, what happened?
Well, me personally, I always grew up trying to look at the bright side of stuff. The only thing I was worried about at first, yes, I was saying why me, but I didn't want to take my family back through it. I knew I was going to be okay at a certain point. I'll say probably about, once I got back from Texas to Kansas City and was in St. Luke's, I felt comfortable. I was like, okay, I'm in here. I know they're going to fix it. They know what the issue is. We caught it early enough. And I knew I was going to be okay. It's just that as soon as I had to swallow my pride and let my family was going to be okay. I have a strong surrounding around me. God put an amazing team around me. And I had to believe in them. First of all, that's one question I was having about on here, about building that team, having that team around you when you know you're about to go through something. So I would say, me personally, probably about a month. And it took me being in the hospital to realize I'm going to be okay. So, yeah, it took me about a month. But everybody's gonna be different. Everybody's story's gonna be different. But everybody has a story though. Everybody has a legacy in a story. It's just about them getting it out there. So your story might not be like mine, but you have one. But you went.
I think the faster you can get there, man, that's when the recovery actually starts.
Yes.
You know, 4 days before I met you is when I had my accident, and I passed out. I went unconscious and hit my head on the wall, and that's where I had the concussion and everything. And I woke up on the floor, my wife over me crying, blood everywhere. I didn't even know what happened. I sit up, which was probably not the best thing to do, but you know, I get up, and the ambulance gets called, and the firemen show up. Firemen got there before the ambulance, and they're asking me to describe what's happening, like what's going on with you right now. Like, can you pull my fingers and all these kind of tests? And I said, I don't know, a bit of a headache, but I feel fine. And then I said, oh, my left hand, I can't feel my left hand right now.
Wow.
It's gone. Like it's no sensation. And then, oh, guys, my whole left arm is shutting down. And then now the same thing on the right side. Like my right hand is gone. My arm is gone. Like I can't feel anything here. Mm-hmm. They think I'm having a heart attack. They said, like, this is classic signs of a heart attack. In my head, though, and maybe I'm just super messed up, but in my head, I'm thinking, man, I'm staying calm through all this. I'm like the greatest patient of all time right now. You know, like I can't feel my arms on either side, and I'm just calmly explaining. So that's like the voice you tell yourself instead of saying, oh my God, I can't feel my arms. Right? Say, guys, I can't feel my arms at all. And telling myself I'm amazing, I think really helps speed up recovery to get me through it.
Yeah, and you got to find that, I call it your temple. And my temple was a gym. It used to be basketball until I had my transplants. And when I say your temple, that's where you go to just block everything out, and it's just you just focusing on what you need to do to get through it. And right now, yes, it's the gym. It could be you playing chess, it could be you reading a book. But finding that temple, that's something that you can just go to, and it's just you. It will help you get through that faster too. That's why I asked them to bring in the exercise bike, or the wrist bands and stuff. I walked around the hospital floor several times to feel like I was doing something. I'm not just sitting around feeling sick. I used to tell myself, I'm getting better. Even though I was waiting on a heart transplant, but I'm getting better. So it's all about finding that place you can go when you're having those bad days. Because, I have bad days. There's days, and I try to do my best not to show my family it. But, behind closed doors, I was crying, fighting, but I got past it, and I learned how to embrace it. And the working out was my temple. So people just got to learn to find a temple, that place they can go to block out all the pain and necessary and stuff like that, especially when it comes to mentally. Love it, man.
Well, Underdog Books is saying, let's go. So
I will. As soon as I get off here.
The dot. Underdog Books. And his logo is like a dog. It's like a Rottweiler or something. It's not a Rottweiler. It's like a pit bull or something.
I got notes up right now. So
all right. Underdog.books. What else? Antonio, let's go, is loving it. He's saying he's now following you on Instagram. Good job.
I appreciate it.
Let me ask you, do you know whose heart you have?
No, I don't. And that's one thing. So even after the first one, I still don't know about the first one. So right after the transplants, you send just like a thank you letter because the family is still grieving. And that's all done through Midwest transplant team. And so you just send them a thank you letter. But then you try to follow back up within like 3 to 6 months. And I did that, and I need to update them about what I'm doing now. But it's always up to that family to reach out, and they haven't reached out yet.
So you get to send an automatic letter? Right away? But then
I could take it to the hospital, and there's a team down there that make sure the family gets it. And so I need to do that. I need to update it since I released the book, because I dedicated one of my dedications is to a guy named Mike Powers. And I met him for a short time, and he made an impact on my life, how to look at things. And we only knew each other for maybe like 3 or 4 months. He had a heart transplant right before I had my first one. And he came back in the hospital, Evan, and said he was having complications and he was going to be fine and stuff like that. He passed away the very next day. It hit me. So I dedicated my first book to him. to him and his family. So he opened up a lot of eyesight to me and stuff like that. So for me to write this book and release it, that's a big step for me. That'd be the last thing I thought I would ever do is write a book. Or want to go out and speak to 1,000-some people and stuff like that. I'm used to playing in front of people, but not speaking in front of people. But it's been an amazing journey. I want to change nothing else about it.
I think it'd be an awesome story for the family to know that whoever's heart you've got is now, like, you're the poster boy for the association. You've got this book out, that you're making something with your life because of the heart you've been given.
Yep.
And I think that could be
third chance of life.
Yeah, man, that could be a cool, and you're using it.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people get the chance, but then
that's why I'm trying to explain. This ain't even my story just yet. This is just my steps I did, what I still do to this day. I still apply to this day. I went through the depression. I hit that depression wall. So there's all that's in there in this book, but it ain't my story just yet. So I ain't released my story. I'm still writing that, and he's still writing that. So, but it's been an amazing journey. I'm telling you, the book, if anybody on Instagram ain't got that one word book, go get it. It's amazing stuff in there. It's amazing content in there. I thought that one word. My word was pain, pain and warrior, that I wanted to go after. Where people look at me, they know they can make it. I went through that pain. I went through that struggle and stuff like that. If he can go through all that, I can make it. That's why I'm here.
Well, you're getting love. Antonio, let's go, saying you are amazing, heart warrior. Wow, wow, wow.
Appreciate it.
I love it.
So,
so people want to pick up the book. Where are they going? Your website, Amazon? Like
Amazon. I just released it on Amazon on May 2nd. Yesterday was my birthday.
Nice, dude. I'm a May baby too. May 20 is me.
Taurus or Gemini? What, Taurus?
Last day of Taurus.
Okay. That still counts, though.
That still counts. I was born at like 11:40 at night on May 20th, so 20 minutes later I would have been a Gemini, but I'm still a Taurus.
You can go to Amazon.com. It's on there. I just released it on there. I have a couple of promotions going on where I'm doing a couple of 21-day challenge with my fitness stuff on there, where you can win a free fitness session, which I can do a virtual. I can use Zoom, write you up a fitness plan. I'm gonna give away with that some new shirts that we got releasing, so all that. So.
And what's the name of the book again, so people can go find it?
10 Daily Weapons of a Heart Warrior. Daily Weapons of a Heart Warrior.
Okay, this is where you hold up the book and you show people.
There's purpose for your pain.
Okay.
There's purpose for your pain.
I love it. Well, I'm waiting on my copy. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And dude, I'm so pumped for you. I mean, I know as soon as you sent me that DM, I was like, let's hop on an IG Live. I want to hear the story. Like, it's awesome, dude. And you've got such a great energy, and that you're doing something with your third chance at life and making it count.
I want to thank you for everything you're doing. Everything you're doing, you're still doing. That time in Kansas City, you don't know how much that made an impact, that you still came and did the show, the event, if you just broke your neck. So that type of inspiration and passion means, I mean, you could have said 2 words and left, and I still would have been impacted. You know what I'm saying? Just because you still came and showed up.
I'm a pain warrior too, man.
Yeah. You embraced it. That's good. You got a good team member, yo. You got a good team member. Your wife wasn't playing that. Say, nope, it's time to go.
We gotta go. Yeah, actually, so this is a super quick story. So I knew she was watching my lips, because when my lips got dry, that's when she was gonna pull me out. And so after about an hour, I could feel myself starting to fade, but I kept licking my lips. So that she wouldn't pull me out. So I stayed an extra half hour longer than I probably should, just so I didn't get the pull out. So anyway, but no, I'm blessed. Cool, man. Well, I'm so pumped for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Can't wait to read the book and get in my hands, and just lots of blessings, and keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yep. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right. Much love.
Believe.
Believe. Ciao.
Wow.